I think Newport has got a little gold mine here.
Rise up, would you march with me? Rise up, would you fight with me? Rise up, your time's up. Newport rising.
OCH is our Chartist heritage. They are a local charity that has been operating in Newport for quite a few years, and the guy behind that really is Pat Jewett. He's Mr. Chartism in Newport. If you've been to any Chartist events, then chances are not only Pat was there, but he was probably behind, or at least had a hand in organising it.
What is probably going to happen is that we're going to have the education group meeting in here.
Well, the Chartists were a group of ordinary people in early 19th century Victorian Britain, and they wanted the vote. They wanted to elect MPs to vote in laws in Parliament so that things could be better for them.
Last year, Heritage Lottery Fund showed its faith in us by giving us money for the heritage-related aspects of the Newport Rising Festival, the very first one. It hadn't even happened when they put the money in. That was how much of an act of faith it was. And one of the things it made possible was for us to engage some artists in residence. And we had an arts residency with Rise Propaganda.
Yeah, and all that. And then the last one is that one. It's quite simple, really, yeah. I'm the face of the project, yeah. This is what I'm here for. This is the thing that sells it. And then this is the talent over here. So that's pretty much how it went down.
Josh had this fantastic idea of creating a graphic novel, which is a reimagining. It's not just an historical account, it isn't an historical account, but actually it's imagining how the Newport Rising might take place today if it hadn't taken place in 1839. So these characters are very contemporary. The art form is contemporary. So this project is about reaching people that it's been much harder for us to reach.
Yeah, and you? Looking good. Yeah, mate, it's getting there. Got a few little left now, and then it's tightening up and good to go, really.
The Chartists marched from all parts of Gwent down the valleys in the middle of the night, on a very cold, dark, wet November night. They got to Newport, and there John Frost met them, and there was another guy called Zephaniah Williams, and they marshalled the Chartists, got them into lines, and got them marching up to Stow Hill, and from there down to the Westgate Hotel, which is where we're sitting now.
Yeah, cut that there, opening.
Initially, there was a concept that we had of the Chartists kind of being the original punks. So you've got the imagery in the comic book where they do look like the 1970s, 1980s punks. And then we did some research. We went into the history books then.
At the Westgate Hotel, unbeknown to them at the time, there were soldiers hidden behind the shutters. When the Chartists arrived, the soldiers threw open the shutters at the order of the mayor, Thomas Phillips. Someone fired a shot. 20 minutes later, 22 Chartists lay dead in the street.
People sacrifice their lives for a reason. It's only recently, over this last year or so, that I've really kind of learned more about it. And there's still so much left to learn. But it's essentially about equality and coming together as a community. And I think that that's definitely something that Newport needs.
The whole thing was it was our take on stuff as well. Obviously being modern
and we wanted to sort of bring the story to a modern audience as well. Like I said previously, like Newport's such a diverse demographic now that it just didn't make sense to have this modernised version of the story with the main protagonists, the three leaders of the Chartists, being just white men. Is that historically accurate? Yes, technically, but that's not exactly that's what we've been going for from the start. Really, like I said, we wanted to take it sort of make it our own as well and make it more appealing to everyone.
There are no leather-clad punks in the original Chartist lineup, or ninjas, right?
From the rough process designs and stuff like we had here, which we were quite happy with, I then move on to cleanup work. So cleanup is just putting the hard lines onto everything and finalising the character. Obviously adding then like certain colours that we wanted on each of the characters. Blacks, greys, whites, oranges, reds. We wanted to sort of, embody the sort of the feeling of Newport in a way, in the visualization of things. So it was sort of taking those creative ideas, those aspects, and then adding them to the character. So things like shading as well. If you look through the comic, you see that the shading on the characters doesn't go over the top of their jackets, which helps them in a way sort of stand out as well. It was a slight artistic choice, and it sort of made them a bit more prominent compared to everyone else, as well, which we thought was quite cool. So after that, then we sort of added the background to the character, and that was it. Then we had Zeph. This is really good. Pretty much, yeah. Oh, any score marks on that one? No, we're good. Oh, it's a hefty. Oh, man, fair play. That's not bad, is it?
It's so good.
Oh, dude, yes.
It looks like, genuinely looks, I know it looks like something that you would buy. Yeah.
So how does it feel?
Yeah.
To be a published author, graphic artist?
Yeah, it's weird,
This is your
I know.
baby.
Well, it hasn't been the past year, is it?
Yeah, man.
If anyone's thinking about making a comic book, don't do it.
We were sort of looking at where's the perfect place to launch this graphic novel, Newport Rising. Well, it's the Westgate Hotel.
It was like Father Christmas come down the chimney with a key in his hand, basically, when David texted and said, I got that key for that building, we're in. It was really creepy, dark, there was no lighting, everything wasn't as it is now.
And it was full of drag needles and grime and pigeon poo everywhere, but you look around and you kind of just imagine it cleaned up, you can imagine it back up to scratch and being filled with life again. And I suppose that's what we're all wanting to do. And everyone's really positive, everyone's working as a team, everyone gets on really well. It's a really positive environment to be in.
I've had my studio for 8 years now in Newport, and I've made this place my home now. I love it here. I was really inspired by volunteering, and it's a charity that's running it, and all the people that are willing to give their free time to help the Newport Rising and the graphic novel and everything. It's inspiring that people still want to do stuff for free for their city. So I'd love to be part of that. Even though I'm not from Newport, I want to be involved.
Waves blind with sweat and tears, blood and death are ringing in our ears. Time is marching and the dust will clear. We must stay strong to defeat the years. Education is liberation from the deep dark valley of alienation. Communication, jubilation, shout from the rooftops of the nation. Rise up, would you march with me? Rise up, would you fight with me?
I was the face of Newport Rising Festival last year and led the Chartist March to this very building. And it was just amazing to walk through Bellevue Park and in amongst the trees and just look back in the dark and see just lit torches for miles. It was just like a wonderful feeling to be at the start of that. And we led right down and just outside this building.
This project is really special. It feels really special. The location is amazing. and being from Newport and walking past the Westgate, you know, for so many years, knowing the history.
People seem to really have a place in their hearts for the building. A lot of people do. They've all got stories and memories of the place. Lots of people have worked here, lots of people have come and socialised in here, lots of people got married here. There's all sorts of tales of stuff, but it's all really positive.
That was my bedroom, that was the living room. Oh wow, this is mad. Literally those sash windows there, they're the ones I would lift up. It would be boiling in the day, and I came up there one day at the end of the shift, opened the door here, and the room was full of pigeons. This is so crazy.
This is where you all started?
Yeah. Yes. This place has got quite a lot of nostalgia for me, because this is where Steve and I obviously used to, Steve prior to me, used to reside. It was part of our salary package.
I had it free as part of my wage. Instead of giving me a pay rise, they gave me the flat for free. So I lived here for about a year. I never thought I'd step in here again.
No.
Never thought it. I never stepped in so much.
Nearly everyone's got a story about the Westgate Hotel, everyone you talk to. So I said to Pat Truitt, the chair of our Chartist Heritage, so what's your story, Pat? He said, I had my wedding reception here.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you please be upstanding to welcome your bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
And then you walk, hey, clapping, walking into the room. But the acoustics were amazing in there, you know?
But that?
They still are, yeah.
It needs life in it. It deserves life in it. It's a lovely building. It's on a site of such significance.
The lights just need to be turned on.
One of the rooms has got, what is it, some kind of graffiti on it when I came in the other day.
Shall we use beds?
I think it's bringing people together, and I think that's what Newport needs at the moment, rather than all the negativity. I think being positive and bringing people together is really good. It's really good for Josh, it's for the comic, for the book, for the Chartist Heritage Charity, and for the Westgate. And I hope that something else could come in the future from it.
Couldn't believe it when I first saw photographs of just what it still is and what it could be and what it was. So I just hope this isn't the end of the story.
Josh, this is amazing.
It's not bad,
it's the first time I've read any of it.
Have you seen the comic yet?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's good, you like it?
I love it.
Oh, good, that's not bad.
Wow.
Looking forward to the launch. Hopefully people are going to enjoy it. It's been great. We've had a really good reception from you know, friends and family, and like just people in Newport, and which has been great. You know, people who've seen it or have heard about it through the different news articles and stuff. It's been awesome. It's just they haven't seen it yet, you know. So I hope it's not all leads to like some great crescendo, and it's just gonna just explode into nothing. So yeah, I hope we don't let people down. Hope we don't let people down with it, you know. So
I'm confident in it.
Yeah, it's great. You guys, you and I have been really confident, which has been it's been a big boost, definitely.
That's how you do that.
First of all, thanks very much everybody for coming. This is a really, really vital job. We are anticipating quite a lot of people. We don't know exactly how many people.
Well, it was late last month when the rain came down. This time I heard my daddy cry. Ever seen water turn to gold? and the fires burned. The hoolie went on all night. Really got what we deserve.
It's now approaching, not quite, but it will be approaching 20 to 7 in a few minutes, or 18:39. So that is exactly the right time to enter the Westgate Hotel.
Well, there you go again, running through my mind like a hurricane. I always knew that you'd cross the line. And there you go again, howling at my door like the wind and rain. Gonna take a lot to shake this weary heart. Well, you played the part and you played it good. Your heart was never truly in it. You think that I've known it all along, and now you're falling asleep in a different dream. You're still just a puppet on a lonesome string. And don't you know where you went wrong? Well, there you go again, running through my mind like a hurricane. Always knew that you'd cross the line. Well, there you go again, howling at my door like the wind and rain. I'm gonna take a lot to shake this weary heart of mine.
Please welcome Josh and Reese.
Hello, everyone. Not going to take too long. It's a bit of a weird experience. I'm normally sat in a room on my own for 15 hours a day. I now stood here with a lot of people. Want to work hard and create a product that we can all be proud of, that's going to honour the people so long ago that put their lives at stake in order to make better changes for the people, for us here now.
Just like to say diolch yn fawr iawn to this incredible talent I've got standing on my right to me here, Mr. Joshua Cranton. Diolch. There we go.
I can't tell you how fantastic it is to stand here where the Chartists stood. Actually, if we're going to be true to what the Chartists are about, we have to go on marching.
I know that our form of democracy is not yet perfect. There's still a lot waiting for us to do. We need to encourage everyone to value the right to vote, which was won through Chartist sacrifice here in this very place. Let the people of Newport rise up to greater strengths. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Newport is a key place. There are many countries in the world today where voting is not taken for granted, although it is here.
The kind of enduring message of the Chartists that I keep on trying to bring everything back to, they worked together as a team, and ultimately, they did achieve their aim. And I think there's people in Newport that get that. We're working together to achieve positive change.
The Chartist lit a beacon of democracy, and we need to keep it alight. And the younger people in this project who are working so hard will keep the beacon of democracy alight for the rest of the world.